and welcome back to BoardGameGeek's continuing coverage of Gen Con 2019. I'm joined this time by Nathan from Winning Move Games, who's going to share with us Precious Cargo. Yes. Assume this is something about some very precious things we're going to be moving from one point to the other?
Yeah, so this is a nice little cargo game where you're trying to move your ships from side to side and sell your cargo in each port and make some money while you're doing it. So you start the game with $5, so each gold is worth 3 and each silver is worth 1, and the scoring system is you want to get to be the first to 25.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward.
So the way that this works is you can move your ships around the board. All of your ships once during each turn, but they can only move in certain ways. So a ship with 1 sail, for example, right over here, can take on 3 units of cargo, but can only move 1 space at a time. So it moves a bit slower, but can take a lot more.
Okay.
But a ship over here with three sails can only take on 1 unit of cargo, but on each turn he can fly across the board 3 spaces at a time.
Okay, and I imagine that what about the ones with 2?
2 spaces, 2 pieces of cargo.
All right, so it's just a nice balance.
Yep.
So, see, I'm already stymied because I can't figure out what my strategy would be. Do I want the fast boats or do I want the slow boats that can take more stuff?
That's funny because I've played this game probably a couple dozen times now, and it changes every single time. There's been games where I've wanted 2 boats with 3 sails and I'm just flying around and just getting things as fast as I can. And then there's been games where I've just had a couple ships, 1 with 2 sails, 1 with 1, and just slowly gotten there.
And both strategies are viable?
Yes.
Oh, that's what really intrigues me about this game. It's just that there's no one answer there.
Yeah.
Now, how many players does this play?
This is a 2-player game.
2-player. Now, can the other players' boats impede your progress?
Yes, they can. So you can actually see right here, we've got a bit of an interesting situation where if I'm this red ship, there's a boat right here chilling on this space and another boat that could be right here, and he can't go anywhere except for this 1 space, but if he's trying to go this way, he's got to go all the way around through here to get to this port.
Okay, so you definitely can have to worry about the other boats on the board.
Yes.
Yes. And how many boats can one player be controlling at any one time?
So each player starts the game with 1 boat with 1 sail, and you can work your way up to 3 boats with as many sails on each boat as you want.
Oh, a whole fleet.
Yes.
Okay. I also noticed that there's some little friendly meeples working the docks on the sides. How do these guys incorporate into this?
So you start with just 1 meeple at 1 dock.
Okay.
And these guys are called governors. So the way that the game works is you can only build a ship or add a sail to a ship at a port with your governor in it. And they also work for taxing purposes. So let's say I'm selling some food here while it's in demand.
Okay.
I would get the money for the food, plus I would get 1 for each cube sold. But if my opponent was selling to somewhere with mine, I would also get the 1 for each sold, and he would just get the money for that.
You said the magic words there, though. You said because food is in demand, which made me notice this fun little economic chart. Which I'm assuming is kind of distinguishing our supply and demand for the market?
Yeah, so it shows what can be picked up on each side. So all of the units on this side are what can be picked up in yellow ports, and they're always going to be in demand in a red port. And all the units on the other side are the same thing, where they can be picked up on red side and sold in the yellow. The only exception to the rule is food. So food is going to be in demand everywhere. So even if you're picking up here and just bringing it right on over here, food is in demand. Everybody wants food, so you can still sell it there. The only exception to that is I can't just pick up here and just turn right around and sell it to the same port. That'd be a little boring mechanic.
They don't want their own food. They're sick of it. Yeah. They want extravagant foreign cuisine.
Yes.
Okay. So I noticed here. So the products that are wanted are determined by these chips. I'm assuming these are randomized at the beginning of the game.
So they're randomized at the beginning of the game, and then when something that is in demand is sold there. So if this food was sold in this port, this then goes away and is replaced randomly with 1 of these, which actually happens to be another food one.
But it is going to switch up throughout the course of the game.
It does switch out throughout the course of the game.
That is the thing about this. That really caught my attention is it seems at first glance so simple. There's okay, I'm going to move my boats. This one moves faster, it can carry more. But then there's all these different layers with the market and the strategic positioning and the coins to manage. And it just seems like it's still simple and accessible, but there are a few more layers to it to unravel.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a complex learn, but once you're going, you know everything, and it flies back and forth between two players.
Nice. So where is this in terms of its development and its availability?
This is available. So
excellent.
It's available on our site, available through our distributors, and yeah.
What's the price point?
You
can be ballpark.
Yeah, I think it's $24.99.
Okay, we'll say it's probably around that.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, so that is Precious Cargo, shipping things to and fro from Winning Moves Games. Thank you, Nathan, for sharing it with us, and I hope this has been informative. We'll talk to you again soon.